it's Brendle, and today we are going over our April monthly budget. This is going to be a recap, so we're going to go over our actuals, what we actually put in our sinking funds, what we spent out of our sinking funds, and we will recap our debt review. So let's dive in. Again, we're going to start with our monthly budget. We had a combined income of $6,982. That is an extra $1,382. And then we will move into our fixed expenses, which are mostly the same except for our internet. So mortgage was $1,241. Tacoma is $590. Our phone is $152. Life insurance is $38. And our internet, we were on a 2-year promotional sale period for this $30, and it ended in the middle of our billing cycle. So it ended up being $53, and some of that was prorated. I did call them and they were able to give me a $20 credit a month. So our Netflix was still $10, and then Hulu was $2. So our fixed expenses was $2,086. So no change again on these ones. This was a $23 increase. Perfect. So now we're going to move on to our variable expenses. And for our sinking funds, we put a big chunk in here. And that's going to be $3,226 increase. We pretty much put at the end of the month all of our extra from the month after we took the internet out and whatever variances we had in these categories, then everything else went into our sinking funds, which was an increase of $1,293. Our groceries, I will admit, I didn't keep up on my weekly check-ins at the last half, and we went over by $106. So we spent $806 on groceries. We did an extra Costco run and just kind of stocked up on stuff, and we weren't really focusing on our grocery budget at the end of the month, and it kind of snuck up on us. So that happens. Our sewer and garbage was $80, so that's an extra $1. And then restaurant, we actually only went out once, and that was $34. So we had an extra $41, which did help counterbalance groceries a little bit, but obviously not all of it. So our variable added up to $4,146. And our variance was $1,359. For investing, we still added $750, which means my Roth IRA is fully funded for this year. So there's no variances there. And that's how our monthly budget looks like. So we're now going to look into this sinking funds of $3,226 because that's a big chunk. Obviously, that's where a lot of our money ended up going. So we will see that over here. Start off, auto insurance, we did not add anything to. That one is still pretty good for the year. Auto maintenance, we added $100. For beauty, we still added the $150. Car tabs, we didn't add anything. Clothing, I got my $100. Matt didn't get anything because in March we had added double the amount for him. Costco is good for the year. For dogs, we still added $100. Electric went over a little bit, so we added some. We added $117. Entertainment, we had to add a little bit extra for here, so that was $160. Fitness, we ended up adding $250 total in there. And I'll kind of go over why we added some of this extra money when we go over the spend column. For furniture, we kept at 100. We're just slowly building it up. For gas, we had still added the $250. For gifts for Christmas, that is still fully funded, good to go. For gifts in general, we added a little bit extra, so we added $132. For home extras, we added more here, $224. Home improvement, we added a big chunk also. We added $418 for home improvement. Hunting, we still added the 100. For medical, we kept that at 50. Office supplies and books, we kept that at 50. Outdoors, we kept at 50. Technology, we still added that 120. Vacation is where we put a big chunk. We increased this to 730 to help with the trip at the end of May and beginning of June. For water, we still added the $25. If we add up all of what we actually put in there, we would get $3,226. And then we will go over what we spent. So our auto insurance isn't due again until July. Then for auto maintenance, we spent $80, which was for Toyota Connect. And then for beauty, I spent $67.90. For car tabs, I should have got my motorcycle tabs renewed, but I didn't. I haven't driven it either. I plan to do that actually on Tuesday before this video goes up. So this video should go up on Wednesday, and so hopefully on Tuesday I'll have it done. And then for clothes, I spent $15.85. Matt didn't spend anything. Costco, that doesn't renew until later in the year. For dogs, we did spend $22.25. We were kind of caught up on their food, so we bought just some toys and treats and stuff. Electric came out to $116.70. So that's why we had to add a little extra there. For entertainment, we ended up spending $240.41, which included the Hogwarts Legacy game, lunch with friends. We had a dinner for my best friend's daughter that I went to, and I put the snacks for my nephew's game. I help with that, so I put that in there. And I think that was the majority of it. Yeah. Next, for fitness and health, we had to add to it to pay for a treadmill. So we had used some of our credit card points to help with that. So we ended up only having to pay $263.58, which that wasn't all for the treadmill. We did buy some protein from Costco. For furniture, we didn't spend anything. I'm not sure if we're gonna get a couch this year or not. It kind of isn't the focus right now. We are working. We finally had some nice weekend weather a couple weekends ago, and we were able to start staining our fence boards for the one side of our fence, and we got 194 of them done, front, back, 2 coats on there, And we have a total of 486 that we are gonna do, which was a full palette of them. And then for gas, we only spent $134.73. Next for Christmas, we didn't spend anything yet. That's not for a bit. And then for gifts in general, we ended up spending $131.76. That was for my best friend's daughter's birthday. And then I bought flowers and balloons for some people at work for their birthdays, and for my friend also, just as a nice gift for what she's going through. And then for home extras, we ended up spending $320. So this is another reason why we had to add a good chunk. We finally bought new sheets. We bought food storage container for the protein. I didn't like the bag that it came in, so we got a container for that, and bought a sprayer for the stain so that would be easier to get through all those fence boards. And then Matt bought like a set of pliers and stuff. Next we have home improvement, and we spent $900. No, not 900. We spent $396.40, which we bought some new mirrors for our master bathroom, and then we decided on getting a pergola for our back patio area. And one of my favorite things about it is it has a cover that can be pulled out easily to provide shade, or we can pull it up and it will not have any shade, and it'll just kind of be open with the metal frame around it, which is super nice. And I think that will help it not get blown away and ruined. We had bought a pop-up style from Costco, and it did not go well. We had it tied down, but obviously not strong enough for the winds that we get. We're kind of on a prairie area, and the wind gets pretty strong. So it's been doing well so far. It's already lasted longer than the Costco one. So mostly I think because we keep that cover tied up so that the wind can't catch it and flip it. So I'm excited about it. Next for hunting, we had our $4 Solio charge. Next for medical, we didn't add anything to. Next we have office supplies and books. I spent $19.60. I had some extra Christmas money that I used to buy some stickers, and then the remainder came out of office supplies and books. For outdoors, we spent $20 on some straps for the kayaks. They're just easier than the ratchet straps that we had. And then next we had technology, and we had $359.88 come out, which was for Adobe Creative Cloud. This is the annual membership, so that includes the Premiere Pro that I use to edit the videos, and then as Photoshop, Lightroom, and all those also. Next we have vacation, which we didn't spend any money. I did have a tulip trip planned in April, but my friend is going through some medical things, and we just thought it best was to stay home, and she needs to take it easy. So the best way to do that was not to go gallivanting around all of the sites and stuff and walking throughout the tulip fields and whatnot. So we put a pause on that for this year, but we might do one, not a tulip trip, but maybe some other girls trip later after she's kind of gone through everything and we're on the up and up. And then for water, this bill hasn't come out yet. We are going to pay it in May. And then that means we spent $2,193.30. out of our sinking funds. So that's where that sits. And for our ending here, we're going to take our beginning, add anything that we added, and subtract out what we spent. So for auto insurance, nothing happened, so that'll just transfer right over. For auto maintenance, we had $312.99 plus 100 minus 20 is $332.99. And then for beauty, 45 cents plus 150 minus 67.90 gives us 82.55 in that category. Car tabs, nothing happened, so that'll just be 236.79 across. My clothes, I had 114 plus 100 minus 115.85 means I have 198.76. Matt didn't have anything added or subtracted, so that goes straight across. For Costco, that also goes straight across. For dogs, we have 72.46 plus 100 minus 222.25. Or sorry, minus 22.25 gives us 150.21. Electric, 69 cents plus 117 minus 116.70 gives us 99 cents. Entertainment, 81.04 plus 160 minus 240.41 gives us 68 cents. For fitness and health, 23.45 plus 250 minus 263.58 gives us 9.87. Furniture, we just added 100, so then we'll have 645.65. For gas, we had 352.01 plus 250 minus 134.73 gives us 467.28, which is why for May, if you watch that video, we only added 150 instead of that 250 because that was getting kind of high. For gifts for Christmas, this will transfer right over, $2,030.19. For gifts, we had 50 cents, we added 132 minus 131.76 gives us 74 cents. Next we have home extras, 96.69 plus 224 minus 320.12 gives us 57 cents. Home improvement, 893.30 plus 418 minus 396.40 gives us 914.90 remaining. Hunting, we had 68.06 plus 100 minus $4 gives us 164.06. Medical, $618.50 plus 50 is $668.50. Next we have office supplies and books, $32.96 plus 50 minus $19.60 is $63.36. For outdoors, we have $98.22 plus 50 minus $20.12 leaves $128.10. Technology, we had $371.91 plus 120 minus $359.88 leaves us with $132.03. This $371 was mostly for that, and then we added $120 for my Canva membership that I thought was going to come out in April, but when I signed up for the yearly Canva, it gave me a 30-day free trial, so it's not going to come out until May, but since I had already allocated, I just kept it there. And then for vacation, we had $234.65 plus $730, so we have $964.65, which helps a lot towards our May/June trip. We already paid for the Airbnb, but I did a quick over budget, and I think we need about $1,000 for eating, traveling there, any activities and souvenirs or anything that we may get. So we are, because we got an Airbnb, going to be buying groceries for some of the meals, but I just like to over budget just in case, however it all splits out. So for water, we had $26.82 before, we added $25, so we have $51.82, which means if we add all of those up in our sinking funds, we have $8,827.84. So that is where a big chunk of our money went to and how we spent it. Most of our transactions are in our sinking funds, and these can be considered digital cash envelopes, and I just kind of lump them all together. They do have an ending balance that rolls over, so that's how they are different from these other variable categories. Like groceries doesn't roll over. Our restaurant, even though we had $41 left, that just gets included with the budget and doesn't make it over to May. And so that's kind of the difference for me, at least when considering what goes into our sinking funds, is whether that balance is going to roll over to a new month. So next we have our debt review to go over, which is on this page. We have technically two debts on here. I just put our auto loan, which is for our Tacoma. We do have our mortgage, but I don't like adding that, mostly because it's so big and I don't want to track the minimal progress on there. So our Tacoma, starting off for the month of April, had a balance of $34,222.37. I should have started over further. Anyways, these are not going to line up. The minimum is $590. We didn't do any extra payments in April. We do plan to do one in May. So the interest on this payment ended up being $82.21, and our ending was $3,714.58. So then for our monthly progress, we will start off with the starting balance for the month. We will use the ending for this month. And we will get our progress towards the principal and also our percentage progress for the month. And we'll do this for overall. So instead of using the starting for this month, we will use the beginning for the debt. So when we got it, which was last June, and then we will have the ending for this month again, which will give us our progress on the principal so far for the life of the loan, and then also the percent progress. So for monthly progress, we just take our starting from this month, which is $34,222.37, minus the ending, which was $3,714.58, which gives us, if we subtract these, a decrease on our principal of $507.79, which if we take that $507.79 divided by $34,222.37, we would make a progress of 1.48% for the month. That's great. I love seeing the overall progress. It seems to be a little bit more of an accomplishment. At least that's how it feels. So our beginning for this loan was $38,758.70, and our ending is $33,714.58. And we'll do the same thing and subtract them, which means we've paid off the principal of $5,044.12. And if we take that 5,000 divided by the 38,000 number, we will get 13.1%, which is how much we have paid off of our loan so far, which I feel good about. We hope to pay off here a little sooner than the overall loan. Again, in May, we're going to add a little bit extra. I don't know how often we're going to add extra, but that's what we hope. But that is a look at our monthly budget. On this page, we will add budget notes, kind of the big ticket items that we bought, like the paint sprayer that we bought. I'll probably mention that our internet went up, so that come next year I can be like, oh, April's the month that it goes up. I should give them a call and see if we need to reassess our bill and hopefully keep it lower. I'll mention that we bought the treadmill, also mention the pergola and the Adobe Cloud also, just so that I know come next year when that comes out and we can budget for it. But other than that, that is what our monthly budget looks like. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer pretty much anything. And then if you have any comments, or if you want to like this video, that'd be fantastic. If you want to subscribe, I know we have a lot on our feeds, but I'd love to be a part of it. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!